Van Horn, then take questions from the student athletes, and end with questions for Coach Van Horn. So whenever you're ready, Coach.
Yeah, just great to be in a regional again. Congratulations to the 3 other teams. It's not easy to get to a regional. I know that there's teams that do it a lot, seem to do it every year, but you still have to fight your way through it. Everybody has a different road, and I feel good where we are right now, and really glad to be at home.
Questions for the student athletes?
Logan, Zach, you guys 2 transfers here now. I mean, just how excited is it that you've gotten to this point? I know we've been building up to this season, but as kind of 2 guys new to the program, the excitement level of a Fayetteville Regional this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. I mean, I've been to a couple of regionals in the past, one away and hosted one, but I mean, I've been to, the Texas series is probably the closest thing that I could compare a regional to, and it's going to be a lot better than that, so I'm really excited to see all the fans out there this weekend.
Yeah, super excited. We're all super pumped to kind of get this thing going, and super excited to play in front of all these fans this weekend.
Will, you're obviously the inverse of that.
I'm curious, are there any ways where this year entering a regional maybe feels different than the past 2?
Yeah, definitely. This team feels really complete in every aspect of the game, and we've played a bunch of tough games, especially towards the end of the stretch. So I feel like we're just a battle-hardened team ready to go after it.
Will, being here, last year and the last couple of years, you've obviously been in Omaha, but is there any added pressure knowing how the last 2 seasons have ended for you or any of the guys that were here last year?
I mean, maybe a little, but I think we're just focused. We're going to take this one game at a time and get after it, and not let we're going to attack the game.
We obviously don't know when you're going to pitch yet. Dave hasn't told us. I'm curious, just when you do pitch, what's kind of the approach, and what's the last week been like since your outing in Hoover?
Yeah, it's just preparing like it's any other week. I mean, the only game that matters is the game against North Dakota State.
I guess, Logan, you've kind of battled hamstrings, throughout the entire year. Just kind of where are you at on that, and kind of how are you feeling going into the regional?
I feel really good, mentally really good, body physically really good, and I'm just ready to get after it.
Will, you had that outing against Tennessee, 1 and done in Hoover. Just kind of what's your mindset going into what is probably going to be your last postseason?
Just leave it all out there. Pretty fresh. Hadn't pitched since then, and I feel like everybody's pretty fresh. We've gotten some time off and just ready to get after it.
Logan, you were on the TCU team that came here a couple years ago. What was it like coming into this atmosphere at that time?
Yeah, kind of coming in here my sophomore year, playing the first game here and experiencing what it's like to play at Baum. I was kind of in awe, and I was like, I wanted to play here one day. So as soon as I entered the portal, this was for sure a top spot. And then just in playing in front of all these fans, it's electric and it's awesome. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Your team and then Kansas State and Southeast Missouri came in here and won the regionals the last couple of years. Are you hearing that in the locker room about we need to break that trend?
No, we're just going to take it one game at a time and play our brand of baseball.
Yeah, I guess for any of you, what's the team's mindset going into this? Glad you got the longer rest, maybe a little restless to play, maybe a little bit of both?
Yeah, we're obviously we're restless to play. We want it to be tomorrow. I mean, now, we really want to get on the field, but I mean, we're not looking ahead to the winner's bracket or trying to win the regional. We're just trying to go out there and beat North Dakota State and then move on from there.
Dave, are you going to announce your starting pitcher with us for Friday?
Are we still talking to the players, or am I?
Well,
I'm waiting until you get done. You just want to talk to somebody that's sitting in here.
Well, there's a stat report on that. What have y'all seen from the North Dakota State hitting lineup, the 2 pitchers, please?
We haven't gone over them yet. I think
we're
going to after we're done here.
The mentality you feel like North Dakota State might be bringing into this game, that kind of nothing to lose type mentality. How would you address that?
Yeah, I mean, Arkansas is a team to beat, and everyone wants to come here and beat us on our home field, and that doesn't change with North Dakota State.
For any of you guys, I mean, North Dakota State's a team that y'all don't probably see very often. I'm curious, whenever the bracket is announced, are y'all looking them up on your phones, or are you waiting until the meetings with the scouting reports and stuff like that?
I mean, I pay attention for every team throughout the whole year. I'm looking at my phone, seeing scores around the league and NCAA in general, and I've seen that they've played a lot of big road games. I saw that they went to LSU and some other big schools, so that's going to be a team that's pretty road tested. So you got to take them serious.
Thanks, guys. All right, questions for Coach Van Horn?
Dave, could you announce?
Yeah.
Who the starting pitcher will be tomorrow?
The starting pitcher will be Aiden Jimenez.
And obviously that's raises eyebrows, or just like, what's the logic there?
That was our game plan all along. And, he didn't throw in Hoover, which was okay. Got a chance to get some more rest, Strike thrower. Tough. You got to know him. I know they're going to hit about 7 lefties in their lineup. It's not a lot of power. It's guys that hit the ball through the middle the other way and trying to win the regional. Bottom line, he's a good pitcher. I mean, think about it. He's the guy we give him the ball to when the game's on the line everywhere. 6th, 7th inning, Friday night, Baton Rouge, whatever. That's the only game out of the bullpen it didn't work out. He's gotten one start, didn't go great, but I got to give the team that we were playing a lot of credit for that one.
And the depth of your pitching, you feel like for this regional, how suited are you to have enough arms?
Yeah, we have enough. Our bullpen's done a great job all year. If you look at the numbers, we're like any team in the country. If you get to a situation where you got to get to Monday, everybody starts to thin out. But for the most part, everybody's got 3 starters and a bullpen, and you hope you play well. Hope you field the ball well. You don't make your starting pitcher throw more pitches than they need to. In a perfect world, you score runs, but you never know how it's going to go. And we've been talking about that all week. And you just got to go play. You can dive into the other team as much as you want and dissect it. Bottom line, we need to play good. If we do what we do, we'll have a chance to win. If we don't, we won't.
With Jimenez, when you started him against Tennessee, did you do that with the intent looking ahead to this moment?
Yeah, looking ahead to postseason. And, like I said, it didn't go great, but if we'd have won a couple of games out there at the conference tournament and we didn't, he would have probably got a start if there was a third day, if we hadn't used him yet. And now we're here, and, we got them all rested. You look at the numbers, South Dakota State, they're hitting within 10 points against right and left, about the same. He's just the guy that we felt like we could go with game 1.
Yeah, I mean, ever since the beginning of the season, you felt really good about him, whether it be out of the bullpen or whatever. Did you kind of have an inkling like, hey, this is a guy who can maybe evolve into a starter?
Yes. Yeah, we were hoping that all along. We didn't think he would progress this far with the arm surgery he had last year. It's been, like 15, 16 months now, somewhere in there. We hope that he comes back next year because he's draft eligible. If he does, we feel like he'll be a starter for us.